Yes? Hi, I'm
Hi.
Fiona.
Yeah.
Come in, have a seat. So, did you find the place okay?
Yeah,
No problems?
No problem.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're all here today to have a chat to you and see how we go here with this interview. So perhaps we'll just start with you giving us a little bit of a background about your studies and what you've done so far, or any work experience you've had as well.
Okay, just a few words about me. I'm Davide Rossini. I live in Treviolo. It's a town near Bergamo, about 10 minutes near Bergamo. After my scuola media, don't know how that's called. I've firstly been at the Liceo Lusana. Then I've changed to Mamoli after 3 years of Lusana at the Liceo delle Scienze Umane. So then I now at the 3rd year, and I'm well in this school. I like Mamoli, and I like my class and schoolmates.
May I see your CV, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is my CV that I've done yesterday. I had a CV, but it was Italian, and so yesterday I basically translated it in English.
Okay.
So my unique for now past work experience was as advisor in the Bitcoin Foundation Italia. Okay, so 2 words about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is electronic currency, cryptocurrency to be exact, and it's an open source project, and I've spent a lot of time in research and study about Bitcoin, so I was very into it, and for this reason I was part of this Bitcoin Foundation Italia.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm interrupting you here. So you worked with a group of people, did you?
Yeah. We were. I was a board member of the Bitcoin Foundation Italia, and we were a group of 4 people. So it was been a year of teamwork about managing this association and all the stuff related to manage an association.
Did you enjoy working in the team together?
Yeah. I think that working a team is my strength point because I really think that a good team can help a lot in a workplace. I tend to always ask a lot about my work to the rest of the team, so I really don't work isolated from the rest of the group.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, of
You
course.
say that you're positive and you have a positive and nice attitude in the group and teamwork, problem-solving oriented mind.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be your weakness in working with people? We understand that you are for it and you like it and you enjoy it, but what would you define the major issue that you may have when you walk with people and would make you anxious or not really happy?
Yeah, I know. Maybe my past team was not too much happy when I was tending to ask them too much about if a thing was right or wrong. So maybe this can be a weakness of myself about teamwork, that I tend to ask too much to my team and not make my own decision. So I must work on this point.
Are you saying you're asking them for advice or you're asking them to do more?
No, not my work, and not advice, just if, for example, there are many ways to do a thing, what could be the preferred way to do this particular thing, and maybe a team, I don't know, a schoolmate could tell me, I don't know, it's your work,
So if I
it's your
was
decision.
to ask your team, the people you worked with, how they would describe you, how do you think your team would describe you? What words, what adjectives would they use to describe you?
Okay, so I think that in case of my team, they could describe me as positive, as told in the CV, with a lot of energy to spend on the workplace, and maybe a little anxious about the decisions to take.
Okay.
How do you react when somebody imposes you a decision that you don't like?
Okay, this is an interesting question. Well, it depends, it really depends. Normally, as also writing on the CV, I have a problem solving oriented mind, so for example, I tend to don't question in a negative way. I tend to discuss in a way that don't harm the group. Okay, and generally my mentality on these points is basically I can resume it telling better safe than sorry. So I prefer to don't how can I say that?
You're careful.
Yeah, don't be too much firm.
So I think what you're saying
On the
is you want
decisions.
to be careful and make sure that things are done well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so sometimes you may be a bit
I
stressed
personally
because-
prefer to do the things a little more slowly, but in a way that are approved by the group.
And
Of
deadlines?
work.
What about deadlines? Can you work to
Deadlines, yes. I can work on deadlines and yeah.
One question I would like, we have a general manager here,
Okay.
and he manages a lot of people and a lot of students, so he probably can ask you something, because you are certainly going to be a manager within the project, and the nice thing that the principal of this school is doing, he is helping the two schools to work together. And so the students of one school are now part of the students of Mamori and Kanyana students on this project are working together. That's why you are here.
Okay.
So as you will have a role of a manager with students of your school but also with Kanyana, I would like the principal to verify if he thinks that you have the skills of being a manager, managing people and putting all that is needed together. Can you, if you prefer, you can ask in English or in Italian, whatever.
In italiano.
Yes.
Qual è la tua strategia per cercare di capire la persona con la quale devi collaborare? Cioè, per capire come gestirla, se vale la pena di darle fiducia, se ha senso metterla alla prova, oppure pensi che questo sia un'attenzione poco efficace, nel senso che fa perdere tempo e quindi tanto vale dare delle indicazioni e vedere, usare un metodo per trovare l'errore, cioè vedere come
Italiano,
sì,
inglese.
no, puoi parlare in inglese, ti capisco.
Okay, so discuss, not being long for that person. I think that give just the indication, maybe with an email, it's a totally wrong way to manage a group. I mean, I always, also when it's not a formal group, I always try to speak about also not the problems that strictly involves the work that we should do, but also general problems that he can have, she can have to manage his task. So yeah, I mean, I always try to speak and be open to the needings of that person, and then also build the trust. Trust is not an instantly thing, but you can. And maybe I want to add something that I think important about my background. I'm really involved in open source software, and can I take my CV just a moment? Thanks. I've written basically focusing on the study, integration and support of open source platforms and software. So this because I love the idea of open source software, and I try to work as best as possible to integrate it on where maybe there is closed software, but also liking so much open source software, I have my spirit of adaptation in a closed software environment. So I don't just tell, okay, no, I can't work, but I try to do my best also in these cases.
I have two questions for you. The first is, do you practice some sports, some sports team?
Okay. I've been doing karate for 5 years in the past, and then I stopped with karate, and now as sport I don't do a team sport, but I just do physical activity myself. I very like to do jogging and this kind of physical activity.
And the last question is, why must you decide to achieve at this goal, that is to arrive cover a position of general manager?
Okay, now this is a little weird question, because here I was applying for the IT management. So general management, when I hear the word general management, I feel a little unprepared. No, I could do general management, but of what I'm a little strong as an argument. So not general management of everything, but for example on the
City anyway.
yeah, I mean, I like the possibility to do it, because when I feel prepared, I feel also a sensation that I can pass my preparation to other persons, to other people.
Can we rapidly give him a feedback? So his field is ICT and platform open source. We need to have a platform where all the different projects can be seen, because otherwise we lose connection with, and he will probably be organizing, putting together all the developments of all the different classes involved in the project. So do you think that he can be the person suited for this kind of activity? What do you think?
I believe that he was honest in admitting that he would not have the skills to overview a big general, yeah, but not just for the position. I believe that because of his character, and we perceive that he's a little bit anxious.
Yeah.
So probably starting working with a small group of people in the beginning, where he can develop relationships and he can keep himself calm, and when they have to discuss about their choices and decisions, that he would learn to listen to others and understand when it's the right time to make decision together. I think that he needs to overcome this passage before he's going to be able to have the overview with security. He's a very smart guy that needs securities, and we can perceive that from that.
Fiona?
I think you've actually probably got the seeds, the semi-for to be able to communicate quite well. You talk a lot for someone, maybe you're a little bit shy, but you do communicate. I would probably suggest in an interview to give a little bit less at the beginning.
Of my background. my
Yeah,
personal
just
background.
keep it. Yeah, because it's not a presentation. But I think the fact that you're able to talk is very positive. It's more positive talking too much than sitting there and not getting anything.
Okay.
And I can see you working, you obviously like working in a team, okay? And you're young and you're new, and so I think that you are more than capable, I think, of communicating with other people. I would be very interested to hear what the President has to say about, because you asked a very difficult question.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, that's a really
Yeah, it
tough
was a little
question.
overwhelming.
Overwhelming, very
Yeah,
overwhelming. So I'd be very interested to hear what also would be a good answer. Yeah.
Devo... Sì, ho capito
Sì, per sapere anche cosa sarebbe una risposta,
a questo.
perché tosta.
Non so. Ma il mio stile di lavoro è capire bene che cosa deve fare una persona, in qualche modo saperlo fare anch'io. E quindi se do una consegna non abbandonarlo lui stesso, ma cercare di affiancarlo e di usare un metodo che posso chiamare, come lo chiama un filosofo inglese, anzi austriaco ma naturalizzato inglese, che è Karl Popper, per prova ed errore, cioè iniziare a fare vedere l'effetto che produce l'azione, eventualmente criticarlo e correggerlo. Bisogna stare molto attenti perché assegnare a una persona una responsabilità che poi la mette in difficoltà in qualche modo e bruciare le sue potenzialità. Quindi bisogna agire con una certa gradualità e lavorando con la persona un'analisi degli effetti di quello che si sta facendo. C'era un'altra domanda che ti potevo fare, però. Tu per esempio a un certo punto hai cambiato la tua scelta scolastica, no? Ecco, questa eri a Lussana.
Sì.
E questa esperienza ha un valore aggiunto secondo te nella tua prospettiva di conduzione del team e di rapporto con le altre persone?
Yeah.
Cioè la vivi come
Yeah.
un errore che compiuto,
No.
un'opportunità di
Been a
capire
positive
che le
experience.
vanno fatte le cose giuste perché
Yeah.
altrimenti non si dà il meglio di se stessi.
Yeah, it was been a positive experience because failing has fixed some of my aspects that were, I don't think it's wrong, it's the correct word, but they were not so useful in the way that I was. So, and then also in these years that I'm not passed, I did alternative activities that has that have helped me a lot, like volunteer, charity projects, and I think that this part of the year that, for example, I passed out of the school because there were periods that I just how can I say that? Period that I wasn't going to school. In this period, I did alternative activities, and I don't regret to have made this decision because they have left me a lot of positive things that
Okay.
I keep.
Now, I didn't know about your, I've always, when I've talked to them, you don't have a curriculum vitae, you're too young. But if you have done anything like volunteer work, that is a plus. That has shown that you're willing to work for nothing, you're willing to put out there. That's something that goes very much in your favour, and it's something you need to play up.
Play up, okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.